We opened here April 11th of 1991. Well, I was influenced by my mentor. His name is Eddie Thorne, who happens to live in New Haven, Connecticut, and that was my motivation. His personality, the kind of person that he was as an individual, very professional and very easy person. And our chemistry just seemed to blend together. After high school, I moved to New York for a short stay. From there, I moved to Connecticut and worked for a year. And following that, I attended Vaughan United Barber School in Hartford, Connecticut. A learning experience. It was good. It was rewarding. As you can see, these are some of the fruits of my labor from attending Vaughan Barber School. It was different coming from a small area like Georgetown and moving to a metropolitan area like New York and moving to Connecticut was it was a challenge, but at the same time, it was a learning experience, and an experience I would never forget. Exactly. You learn how to get along with each other, learn a lot of survival skills. Well, I was blessed that after completing barbering school, matter of fact, before I entered barbering school, I had a job waiting for me. So as soon as I graduated, I was able to start my profession. Before I entered school, the person that trained me had promised me a job that once I got my credential that he would hire me as a barber, and he taught me and trained me the way that I should be trained. And as a result, it turned out to be a productive career. I practiced barber in New Haven for a number of years, and I came here in 1980, which is home. I came back home in 1980, September of 1980. It was a challenge. It was a challenge. As you would know, it's almost like charting new water. And because of that, I knew I had the skill, but I didn't have the resources that I wanted to have. By the grace of God, we were able to get the business going, and as a result, I think we've made a difference. Not only with the business, but the idea of having this kind of business, you got to get an opportunity to mentor to young people. You get a chance to listen to other folks, listen to their problems. And oftentimes, some of the problem that you think that you're experiencing, by them sharing their experience with you, you're able to solve what you think happens to be a problem. So it works both ways. It certainly has been a blessing. We started the Georgetown County Boys Mentors Group 17 years ago at the old Choppy campus, and over the years, it has been 17 years now. We have mentored 400 plus boys. We've had an opportunity to take them to various places, areas that they normally wouldn't have an opportunity to go, but because of people have been so nice to us and have given their resources and time to assist us to do some of the things that we've been able to do. As a result, we were able to do some of the things. But it's not so much what we have done, but loving people that were willing to share what they have to allow us to be a blessing to other people. I started out by myself. I worked about 4 or 5 years by myself. And it was a challenge, but it was rewarding. And after working 4 or 5 years by myself, then William, which is Will, standing next to me, he joined me in 1989.
I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do after high school, and at that particular time, Randy was my barber, and he kind of influenced me almost the same way it happened to him. He kind of influenced me and suggested that I think about it, and I decided to think about it and decided to go to school.
Pretty much what happened to me happened to him. I told him, once you go to school and get your credentials, you'll have a job waiting for you. And that's what happened. He's been with me ever since. And he certainly has been a blessing not only to me, but to the business, because he happens to be one of the mentors.
Randy, myself, and another gentleman, he lives in Florida right now. We came up with the idea about mentoring young men. And when it first came up, I realized that it wasn't a program or a mentoring group when I was in high school to help young men. So we decided that that's something that we wanted to do. So it took flight, and it's something that's been going on ever since. I enjoy doing it as well.
Another young man, Kevin, the same thing happened to him. When he graduated from high school, I trained Kevin, who happens to be in Florida, has his own business and leading a productive life. Then Jefferson, who happens to be the 4th barber that came aboard. And when he was in school at Choppy, we would always ask the student, what do you want to be when you grow up? Because we thrive on the 3 C's, which is character, commitment, and career for the mentors group. And Jefferson said he wanted to be a barber.
In '94, at the mentors group at Choppy High School, I was a mentor there, and I was interested in being a barber, and I became one. I went to Denmark, attended Denmark, 1996, and now I'm here.
And we said, well, if you want to be a barber when you finish school, you'll have a job. And he joined us, and he's been with us ever since.
When Randy and Will became my mentor, I had to see them, the way they carried themselves, looked like a professional atmosphere, and I thought being a barber would be easy money, but it's not. It's hard money.
But then when we came here in 1991 to transition from the corner to here, much larger place, and this is where we are presently today.
It was a transition. It was a transition because we did a lot of the moving manually. So Randy worked me pretty hard.
I just enjoy what I do. It's sort of hard to pinpoint one thing in particular, and the reason being because, I enjoy what I do, and I enjoy making people feel good about themselves and enhance what they have.
I'm a people's person. I love morning times, so morning is always good, and meeting different people is always an experience, and working here in the barber shop is an educational background within itself. I mean, it's one of those things you learn something new every day.
We always have customers waiting on us, so a lot of customers everybody got a different conversation, so we engage in that, and it's good to get the morning started off with meeting customers and get ready to work.
Have a plan, stick with the plan. As I've been told, the plan doesn't fail us, we fail the plan. And if we plan and stick with it, for the most part, we will be successful. You just have to stay the course.
Really do research on that particular career. Ask people who already worked in that career. You get a better understanding of it, and make the right decision to college or the technical school you might want to attend. And pretty much give you a good head start during the background on the career.
Well, I look at my life. I've been, tremendously blessed. I've been blessed with 3 beautiful children, and they're productive. I had a beautiful wife, and because of that, I feel that I am obligated to give back, and I realize as much is given, much is required. So, in order for you to realize how blessed you are, you have to show it by giving back rather than just talk about it.
When you see a kid that might be on the wrong path and you mentor them and you see how they develop more in a positive direction, and once they've surpassed a lot of the obstacles in life and become successful in whatever they choose to do, it makes you feel great about it.
It's just a joy working with people. Yeah. People are very interesting, and they bring a lot to the table. And one thing I learned about life is what you bring is also what you take away. When we come as one, but when we go away, we should go away a better person.